FNAF has had its fair share of theories over the years. Some of them are good, and some of them are in this video. Some are so obscure they don't even have proper names and I had to think up some on the spot. This theory states that basically every important event in FNAF lore happened in 1987. Like, not literally every, but pretty much. The ride of Not 83, the MCI, the DCI, Elizabeth dying, Charlie's murder, fuck it, the world exploding, all that happened in 1987? I mean, theoretically, there's nothing preventing this from being true, given the fact they only explicitly said after 1987 is the first game with William subsequently getting spring-locked, but I just can't see this being true. Like, with all due respect, don't think the people of Hurricane are stupid enough to trust 4 robot restaurants in 1 year after every single one has some sort of horrific accident. And where would Henry and William get the money to run all of them? This theory states that it's not William being tortured in UCN by Cassie, but the other way around. Basically, after burning to the ground, William, being a stronger spirit due to being an adult and generally having Revenant knowledge, would blame Cassie for his death, obviously, and keep her in eternal pain. The golden thread we see in 4950 mode isn't meant to be Cassidy keeping William here, but her trying to break out of his prison. In addition, we would solve a plot hole where the entity dominant side Hell is stated to be male, while Cassidy is obviously female. I don't see why Oldman Consequences would try to appeal to William's morals in this case, but other than that, this theory is surprisingly solid. This theory says that the FNAF 3 minigames, specifically Mango's Quest and Chica's Party, take place in the same house as FNAF 4 because the dark outside and windows have the same general outline in both scenarios. In the second case, there is also a subset who believe that Chica's minigame takes place inside the FNAF 6 Midnight Motorist house and that she's luring the child out for their reason. Further evidence, in quotes, for this is a Fazbear Fright story where Chica, now haunted, goes back home to try and reunite with her loved ones. Or at least that's what people say happened, and I stopped after the first book, so I'll trust the word on this instead of doing my own research. All in all, I don't see how this would connect to anything in the story or generally be productive, but like, if you don't think about it too hard and you don't care, it does make sense. This theory states that Mike, the foxy masked guy from FNAF 4 and the main character's brother, is actually gay and isn't trying to be an asshole, but he's genuinely trying to bond with you, but the crying child is so homophobic that the sheer sight of a queer person sends him a crying fit. As expected, there's no evidence for this, and Mike was certainly not trying to bother he shoved the kid into Fredbear's mouth, but I'd be lying if I said this didn't get a chuckle out of me. The final theory states that William created Balor after his wife, and in response Henry created Toy Chica to mimic his. This theory is honestly a bit pointless, but it would fit the characters of both men to create robot versions of their spouses of going to a marriage counselor. Now, as I'm more than 100% sure you're aware of if we got to this point in the video, almost all of these are shitposting it for the FNAF meme theory subreddit. Bar 1. Yep, one of these is a genuine theory taken from the terrorist subreddit. Can you figure out which? If you do not post it in the comments below. That would ruin the fun for the rest of us, and the space is reserved for slander and death threats. Have a fantastic day.